City News is brought to you by East Brewster Lawyers Rotorua, celebrating 100 years of legal excellence and innovation.
Good evening in Rotorua. Tonight on City News. Precious native falcon chicks born at Wingspan have been moved to their new home at the museum. Locals are being offered free entry to Te Puia for 2014, and cyclists are gearing up for the second annual Rotorua Bike Festival. The first ever urban release of New Zealand falcon chicks is a step closer after 3 chicks were moved yesterday from Wingspan to the Rotorua Museum. The chicks are part of a conservation project that will see the chicks reared at the museum and then released to hopefully live in the government gardens.
Here we are today with a project very dear to my heart. Having worked as a Minister of Conservation in the past, I think we can talk about the 12 days of Christmas and the partridge in a pear tree, but today we've got these wonderful New Zealand native falcons going to be in our government gardens. You know, how amazing to see this happen as an inner city release.
Kia ora. Ka hako te kotaino ka ure mai, ke tana mai. Te tīmatanga. E te moroheo, te wairua tāna ko tātou te mao. Kia ora. He pono tēnā. Kia ora.
So tell me about this day and what it means for you.
One of the objectives of Wingspan is to restore birds of prey into the daily lives of all New Zealanders. I guess this is a fabulous start. You know, this is the first ever urban release of a threatened species anywhere in New Zealand.
To watch a live feed of the falcon chicks and follow their progress, visit rotoruamuseum.co.nz. Locals will be able to visit one of our tourism icons as many times as they like this summer for free. As part of celebrations marking the 50th anniversary of its establishment under an Act of Parliament, Te Puia New Zealand Māori Arts and Crafts Institute is offering free whānau cards to all Rotorua residents. Chief Executive Tim Kosa says his team is proud to have reached this milestone and hopes to see many local families taking advantage of the free entry offer. He also says during the school summer holidays they'll be running a range of holiday activities, including traditional Māori games and storytelling. The whānau card is free for locals with photo ID and proof of local address such as a utility bill. Glow Festival organiser Kylie Lang says plans for this year's Party in the Park are being finalised, with a selection of an outdoor movie to play on the night still to be decided. Party in the Park is the New Year's Eve Glow Festival event, with a big brunch also planned for New Year's Day. She says locals can vote on the Glow Festival Facebook page as to what movie they want to see.
So if you watch The X Factor, you're going to know who I'm talking about, but Jackie Thomas was first in that, so we've got her performing, and we've also got Whenua, who was second, so it's kind of an
great local talent.
Yes. Yeah. And then there's lots of other performers going on, and that show will finish about a bit after 9. We've got to wait for it to get dark, so then we'll have the first lot of family fireworks. Then everyone is encouraged to move closer to the lake because we've got a movie showing, and we haven't decided what movie. You need to go to Facebook and vote on that. Oh. But then at midnight we have the massive fireworks, so the big finale.
For more information on the 3-day Glow Festival, visit rotoruaglowfestival.co.nz. In sport tonight, organisers of next year's Rotorua Bike Festival say cycling events for all the family will be at the heart of the event. The second Rotorua Bike Festival launches on the 14th of February with Go By Bike organised by Sport Bay of Plenty. Sport Bay of Plenty Marketing Manager Melanie Short says last year 200 people took part in Go By Bike, and next year it's hoped more people will bike to work or school. The festival's Tykes on Trikes event is also sponsored by Sport Bay of Plenty, with under 5s encouraged to pedal their way through the course, with family and friends lending encouragement. For more information on how your family can take part in the festival, visit rotoruabikefestival.com. To weather update now. Showers clearing with southwest winds and an overnight low of 10. Tomorrow, Wednesday, fine, however there is a chance of a shower. Southwesterlies, a high of 22 and a low of 10. And looking out to Thursday, rain clearing later with westerlies, a high of 22 and a low of 7. And the marine forecast for Lake Rotorua for Wednesday, becoming westerly 15 knots in the afternoon with waves less than half a metre and mainly fine. Remember, for program listings and to upload your videos, check out our website tvrotorua.co.nz, or you can head to our Facebook page. Still to come tonight on City News, Kitty Danielle talks with carpentry tutor Kerry Roberts about training in our city. We're at the Redwoods to talk with Julianne Wilkinson about some new developments in the pipeline. And we catch up with some of the locals who took part in the recent Rafting World Championships.
We're at Waiariki Institute of Technology. There is a lot happening out here and it is buzzing with the sound of building. Even over summer school there are people out here learning skills and a trade that is really going to help them in the future. I've got 3 of them here. Brendan. Kia ora, Brendan.
Kia ora.
How long have you been out here on this course?
Well, this is our 2nd week. I think it runs for about 3 or 4 weeks. Yeah, and we're just learning basic home maintenance.
So you're not going to be building a house tomorrow or anything like that?
Nah. Just...
What made you want to come out and do this?
Well, we got a few holes in the walls and stuff, and I just thought it might be handy to try and fix them up. So.
Absolutely. Whose holes in the wall? Mum's holes in the wall or some flatmates?
Oh, probably just playing rugby and...
Inside?
Yeah.
Yes, you do need to be on a building course.
Yeah.
Okay, kia ora. Snowdon, where are you from?
Aramu.
Okay, and all the way out from Atiamuri, what brought you here?
I wanted to learn about how to build houses, so I went on the summer course and just refreshed my memory a bit so I can get on to building houses for level 3 and 4 and coming into an apprenticeship.
I like that. Yeah. Goals and ambition, that's awesome. Yeah. Kia ora. And we've got something a little bit different here. This is Kate. Obviously, she's a wahine and she's a mature student and she's out with the boys and the hammers and the nails.
And absolutely loving it, I have to say, because Kerry, the tutor's wonderful, and we actually started right from the beginning. So this is a hammer, this is a screwdriver, this is how you use it. And that's what I wanted, because we never learnt that at school. We just did cooking and sewing, and it's just empowering.
What do you have to say to any other mature students out there? And I use that word very respectfully because I'm a mature student.
I'm proud to be a mature student. It's great to be learning, and we can do anything, really. And we, as girls, we can do anything, so I'd say give it a go. It's
wonderful.
Really worth it. Yeah.
Thank you, Kate. What's your favourite part of this course?
I think just the variety and just hands-on. It's really hands-on, so it's not theory, it's practice, and that's where you make lots of mistakes so you can then learn how to do it properly.
Great. Well, it doesn't look like there's too many mistakes made on this house. You are actually, what the Institute is actually building houses for charity, which is wonderful. And Kerry, my friend Kerry here, who I've roped into having an interview, is a tutor. Well, kia ora, Kerry, thank you for talking with me this morning. What's the hardest part of your job?
I guess relating to the students. Obviously they all come from different walks of life. Some of them can be a bit more reserved than others, but you generally find that as the weeks or days go by, they loosen up and get involved, and a lot of them, as their confidence grows, you can see the smiles arising, and they just generally start mingling with everybody else, and it's quite good to see.
Now, it's not just mingling and friendship and growing out of your shells that's happening out here. You're also building houses, and we would have seen last week on City News out at Placemakers with their house and the charity. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, well, that was basically the level 3, level 4 carpentry students built the house for charity. It's basically hands-on, so it's not just all in the classroom doing theory. They're actually out there doing it, getting tutored. I actually only spent a little bit of time out there with the tutors over the school holidays, and when I had days off with the Trade Academy students. So Ray and Graham and Tony, the other tutors, were out there most of the time. And
Can you tell me the results of that auction?
I believe they sold it for around 143,000. So yeah, I gather, I'm not sure what the costs were involved in actually the materials. There was a lot of sponsors, so obviously there's a bit of discount in there, I gather.
So for people that are perhaps thinking about maybe a change in career, like our Kate here, or some young burly boys that want to get out and learn how to make the most of their manliness and do all of those kind of things, how can they get involved?
Basically it's just signing up to obviously there's a couple of stages. There's level 2, level 3, level 4. So if you're basically a beginner, have no idea of any of the hand tools, or have never done any woodworking in your life, you'd probably want to start on level 2, which is a lot of the school students, the year 12, year 13s. And then hopefully if they enjoy it, they progress on to the level 3, which is a little bit more involved obviously, and you get to work on the charity house. And then obviously the second year is level 4, and on your 4th year, hopefully with a bit of luck, we can sort of try and present you to the industry and try and get you an apprenticeship or get you work-based sort of experience.
Good stuff. Well, it certainly sounds like it's something that is going to keep growing, and hopefully those charity houses keep on getting churned out, and I look forward to seeing you all in the future, you when you're a 3rd and 4th stage and building a house.
I've done my level 1 and 2. So.
Well done, and you keep it up. Kia kaha koutou. Thank you very much for your time.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers.
Okay.
Beautiful redwoods. I'm sure you all know this place. Amazing in summer too, because it's going to be cool and full of wonderful oxygen, and there's lots of fabulous events happening. I'm joined now by Julianne Wilkinson, who's the Tokorangi Forest Manager, better known as the Redwoods. Kia ora, Julianne.
Kia ora, Kitty.
So tell me about what's happening this season.
This season, well, summer's always jam-packed in the Redwoods, as you know. We have the annual multi-sport event out at the Blue Lake, which happens later in January. That's a really popular event, great for people who are starting out with multi-sport, as there's a number of options to participate in, so really, really cool event. And then of course February we have the Bike Festival. The first Bike Festival was held last year. This is the second annual Bike Festival, and there's some fantastic events all around Rotorua. Lots of cool events happening in the forest as well.
What's going to make this year different from last year? Is it bigger and better?
Bigger and better. Obviously a lot of learnings from last year, so they know what's happening, and they're just ramping it up for this year, including some new events and making those traditional events even better.
Can you tell us a little bit about the new events?
The new events, well, just on our lips at the moment is a little bit of a festival type activity, which will be really cool, with lots of fun games and activities, hopefully.
So family event?
Family event, totally, lots of fun, and of course the Bike Festival's not just about the forest and mountain biking, but there's some road events included and lots of other fun events happening around town as well.
We're really making a bit of a habit out of creating fantastic events in Rotorua, aren't we? Do you have to compete with all of the other things that are happening? Well, you've got something unique out here, don't you?
Well, the forest is unique, yeah, and I don't think it's about competing with other events. It's about putting on events to create a variety so that Rotorua community and visitors to Rotorua have got choice.
Nice, we like choice.
Yeah.
What's your choice? What's your pick of the activity to do this summer?
Oh no, you've put me on the spot. Pick of activity. Well, summer's about children and getting outdoors, of course. So I think making the most of Rotorua's natural assets, making the most of our beautiful lakes, and as you know, we've got a choice of a heap of lakes in Rotorua. So the popular ones are the Blue Lake, but what about exploring some of the ones a little bit further out? Lake Okataina, Okaraka, they've got beautiful walkways out there, and the lakes are beautiful as well.
Some good advice. Now, you've also got a new business venture happening out here, which is very exciting, and you know, it's off the ground, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I'm so excited about this. This is very cool. I've been working on it for a couple of years, so it's coming to fruition. We are putting in an aerial tree walk. So hopefully construction will start February, March, with a timeline of opening mid next year. So that's phase 1, which is the tree walk, and then phase 2 is the canopy walk, which is a really, really high, sort of 20 metres up in the trees. And phase 3 are sleeping pods, which will be the first in New Zealand, sleeping up amongst the trees. So I'm really, really excited about making that happen this year.
That is, where did the idea come from?
Well, we sent out a request for proposals for tree adventure activities in the Redwoods, and there are a number of things that came back, including, you know, some really high adventure activities, zip lines and things like that. But we felt the nature of the Redwoods was something really special. We didn't want to compromise that, so we wanted something that really fitted in with the sort of the feeling that you get when you're here, which is you know, just enjoying the peace and the tranquility. But we wanted people to experience that in a different way, and the company that bought this idea is actually based in Germany. They've done it in Germany, and it's been really successful for them over the last 6 years, and they want to bring the concept here. And it's not going to be a stark sort of metal walkway that you might get in other areas. It's going to really fit in with the environment, so let people experience the same thing they do on the ground, but have a different experience at height.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Congratulations to you for being the catalyst to bring that here and get that started. Well done. Bit of a legacy you leave in the forest.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for your time and for all of the work that you do, and we look forward to a great season out at the Redwoods.
Awesome. Thank you, Kitty.
Recently out at Orkiri Falls we had the Rafting World Championship, and the men's under-23 team, they had a good placing. They placed 5th, and also the men's masters team. Now they've got 3 golds and 1 silver, and we're going to head inside here at Kiwi Health, and we're going to talk to a few of the team members and their managers. Right, joining me now is the captain of the men's under-23 rafting team, Sam Harrison. Thanks for joining us today, Sam.
Got it.
Now, how'd you guys go? Because I know there was a lot of media attention about the rafting champ. So how'd you guys go?
We did excellent. That's what I can say from our team performance. We finished 5th overall, which is superb. First time at the World Champs. We just went out there, gave it all, competed with definitely the best teams in our age division in the world as well. So it was just, amazing experience.
So you guys are pretty wrapped with the 5th?
Oh, we were wrapped. We were wrapped with kind of whatever we had, I guess, as long as we didn't finish last. Where we were in the what was good about it was the competition was so close. I mean, pretty much every race except for the last race was within seconds of each other, which is very tight, especially for rafting. So
what does this mean for New Zealand rafting, especially for the under-23s? What does this mean for you guys, coming 5th?
Basically, we've now just kind of put the first stepping stones out there for the youth in this country for rafting, and rafting as a sport. 7 out of 8 teams made the world podium this year, wow, which is just an amazing accomplishment for our country, being so small. We're a country that's surrounded by rivers. We've got so much opportunity out there, so much depth for our youngsters to be involved and get amongst rafting, and which will take you all over the world as well.
Well, here's a tricky question you may not have thought of just yet, but there's 7 of you that were in this year's team, and now there's only going to be 4 for next year. So how are you going to cut 3 players?
That's a tricky question. Thanks for that. We actually, one member, we're kind of down to 6 because one member is actually, he'll be 24 next year, so he can't compete. But he'll be definitely around and helping us out. As it goes for the next 6 of us, it's kind of a secret, I guess. I can't really tell you anything what's going to happen. It could be me, I might not even be there. So, but whatever happens, I'm sure we'll have full support from every team member. So.
Well, good stuff, Sam. Congratulations. Coming 5th in the world is pretty good, so good on you, mate. Nice.
No worries. Thank you very much. Awesome.
Well, joining me now is Amy Scott, who is the manager of the successful under-23 men's rafting team. So you guys must be pretty wrapped, Amy?
Oh, absolutely. We've had an awesome campaign.
So 5th in the world, so you guys are happy with that result?
Considering there were approximately 70-odd teams that came over from all over the world, and we were one of the only that had no coach, absolutely ecstatic.
So how do you manage that, not having a coach?
Thankfully, we've got an incredibly talented team. And we pull all the resources that we have, and the rest of it is just a tad bit of mongrel.
Good comment. So when you talk about pull resources, what did you have to do to get the boys into the boat and rafting? What did you have to do?
Thankfully, I didn't have to do anything. They're quite a determined bunch of boys, and so our team captain, who you've spoken to already, he was quite more than apt at getting the boys in the boat, and because they're all really dedicated to the sport, they're all real passionate about it, so it was quite easy. Hang a carrot over their head and buy them some KFC and they're on the go.
Now next year, Sam mentioned that the championships are over in Brazil. Are you going to be going to that as well?
If we can possibly, if we can find the funding, which we are likely to get, absolutely.
Now obviously to get the boys on the water you needed some sponsorship, so was there any community or businesses in town here that supported you guys?
We were, and I'd just like to take this opportunity to say thanks to all of our sponsors. Firstly, Bay Trust, they really helped us out with what we came in and needed. Also Career Post, definitely Red Stag, fantastic organisation coming through Rotorua Toyota,
cool.
And of course Kiwi Spa.
And that's why we're here, because these guys did an awesome job supporting them right up to the championship. So Amy, appreciate your time, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, joining me now are world champions, so the world champion masters rafting team, and I'd like to introduce Martin Halley and Di Edwards. Thanks for joining us today, Di.
No problem.
And Marty. Now, you've got some medals in your hand, so that means success. You guys pretty wrapped with your results?
Definitely. We the boys worked really, really hard. Had a lot of training over the long winter hours. Put a good team together and got the result we really we wanted and kind of expected, I guess, at the end.
Oh, I think the teamwork together was quite strong, and we had a lot of confidence in each other. So taking that confidence through, really helped.
Now, to be a Masters, you have to be over 40. So what was the sort of average age of the team?
I think the average age was about 43 or 44. Yeah. I think Marty maybe brought it up a little bit, and I managed to bring it down a little bit.
So about 43, 44.
Yeah.
Now, comparing to the other teams, were you guys, were expecting to win gold? Because some of those teams, especially from Brazil and Japan, they're world class, but you guys managed to beat them. Were you expecting to do that?
Yeah, we had a pretty experienced team. We had home advantage, which is a big thing, but we were really confident leading up into it. Our fitness was really good. Like Marty said, we were operating really well as a team, but you just didn't know what the other teams are going to be like until they turned up. Yeah. It was just a bit of an unknown factor.
Well, looking forward to next year, Marty. Looking forward to Brazil.
No, let's just get through summer first before we get there. But one of the things that Di was touching on was, these other teams, the Czechoslovakian team and the Jap team, they're racing every weekend. We've only had one race, competitive, and that was the pre-champs, pre-worlds, So these guys are racing every weekend before they come over here, So we're competing against professional, well-oiled machines, and so how good we are on home advantage is one of the things that we had to really work at,
Good luck with that. Thanks for your time, boys.
Cool, thank you.
And congratulations to all the local rafters who did so well at the World Rafting Champs. If your organisation or community group has a news event that TV Rotorua can support, you can call the office and talk with one of the team on 07 3488 984 or email news@tvrotorua.co.nz. Thanks for joining us tonight. From all the team at City News, for Maria.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.
City News was brought to you by East Brewster Lawyers Rotorua, celebrating 100 years of legal excellence and innovation.